Welcome back, everyone, to the Insomniac's journal. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but the Cut Buddy. Hey guys, welcome back. Don't know if you got your Cut Buddy agreement yet, but before you jump head first into this one, I have some I guess a setup, if you will, not even some rules, but the setup or how the flow would go. Like if this was created, like how the flow would happen and how it would set up. And the first thing we're going to talk about is the page setup, and on the cutbuddies.com, your profile pic, of course, would just be like MySpace or Facebook, but then like you would list, if you wanted to, your attributes, your status, the normal stuff, the normal status stuff. And then like you would go down to your little like different document agreements. And I'd say like you'd have like 3, and if you want any extra, you had to pay for extra. But you just basically make your own legal document of what the terms and conditions are. Like for example, and ladies, we're thinking about you too. The penis size must be so big, or just different things of that nature. And also, you can't come between the times of blah 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 and blah blah blah. It has to be a set time. Whether or not you have kids, what's convenient for you. Also, freaky things, whether you're into, what are you into, like submissive, dominatrix, different things, being tied up, episodic, fantasy type, role playing, just whatever you're into, you would list that in the contract as well. And you would also list just like what would be like the conditions. For example, if this happens, then this must happen. Like, for example, if you get fluids anywhere on the sheets, then you agree to pay for them. You agree that the house or the room that you're, going to perform this act in is indeed yours. You also agree to either providing your own prophylactics or being on some kind of birth control before starting. That's definitely one of the major rules that should go in anybody's contract. And once again, it's totally up to you. And that's how the page layout should flow, or the page setup should flow. And if you want to put, different pictures of yourself, just in different, compromising ways, sure, you're more than welcome to have that, just as long as it's tasteful. And then after that, just, I guess kind of sign off on the actual document, or either, like, put some kind of, like, pen signature on it, and you'd go from there, and if the person agrees to it, they'll send you, their contract, and you guys would, through either an IM or, messages, like, compromise certain agreements or agree and adhere to certain things, then submit the document, and then be approved either right away, instant for a certain amount, or, I still don't know if, well, I'm sure, there's going to be a charge, like probably like $19.99 for 3 hookups, or for unlimited hookups, it's like $39.99 a month or something like that. And then after that, I mentioned before in the first one, the IHO application. The IHO application would be set up to where the iPhone would basically be an express version of the program that the Cut Buddies website would use, and it would basically show you the profile picture and the quick stats. It would adhere, or I guess adjunct to what you're looking for in a person, and customize it and say, okay, based on what you've wanted out of a partner, this is what we found for you, and automatically find the your Cut Buddy, I guess. And it would directly link or submit your contract to them and see if they get a response, and they would send their contract back to you, and you compromise on certain things, get that, taken care of over the IHO. Either IHO or I guess, let's see, I guess there. I don't know. Like, what would be another name aside from IHO? The Lay app, I guess. I don't know. Just bad names, but the IHO is definitely one that just stood out. I was like, man, yeah, the IHO for like the Apple, iPod and the iPhones. That'd be great. Moving on. Another thing, it'd be like sample agreements. Like some of the agreements I thought people would put in, just based off the people I would know. Like I would definitely see a lot of these, like no emotional attachments whatsoever, which would simply be the end clause of, after we do this, you never call or talk to me again. I know plenty of my friends that would put that on there because my friends are hateful like that. Not only that, no matter what, this can never go past what it is. Agreement, which would mean that it's kind of, I guess that would go under the emotional attachment, but a lot of people are just like, no, I wanted to, go further. No. Like, if it starts off this way, this is all we're going to be, and that's it. And then on the flip side of that, there should be agreement called the you can call me later agreement, which means, if it's good, maybe I'll call you again, or maybe we can be exclusive. Then some people will call the player agreement, to where like terms may vary, or terms are subject to change. I definitely see that happening a lot with a lot of friends, because they'll change plans right in the middle of a date sometimes. Another thing would be like the environment clause, to where like there would be certain conditions. Now, this is a lot of my women friends, because they probably want like a certain temperature in the room. It couldn't look a certain way. You have to agree to keep your house up, because that's what guys do anyway. We'll keep like a nice living room in our like apartments or houses just to get like ladies over. That's right, ladies. That's a secret weapon as well. We're hunters after all. That's what we do. And just some other sample agreements. And then like the big thing that everybody look for. And I mean, some people won't mind. It's like the kids thing. Like you'll definitely have to assign whether you have kids or not. That'll definitely be one of the requirements. Because for a lot of people, that's a turn off. And then some people, they know how it is because they have kids of their own. They're just, looking to hook up. But that'll definitely be another one where the person has to adhere to either putting kids or no kids on there, or expecting, or just whatever your kid situation is. You would have to report that on there. And then, finally, it would be, well, what happens if you break that agreement? Well, if you break the agreement, there will be some kind of fine to it. You'll be subject to pay so much, and then plus cover the damages. Like, for example, if you don't have any condoms, and you do it, and she ends up pregnant, you're subject to take care of the kid no matter what. And you could, that personal subjects apply if any, like, for example, if any clauses were broken thereafter, you're also responsible for that too. And then not only that, if you stalk the person, you're also subject to a fine. So, with that said, like, I don't think anybody would want to break the terms of agreement that each personalized individual contract represents. But I think it would. I think that's how the layout and that's how the agreements would go. Which is pretty crazy, because once again, in this show, I know, I'm sure you guys are like, oh my goodness, this is really what you think about on your little free time that you have. Which it is. It's I think about crazy stuff. But yeah, I think that's some of the things that would happen, and that's the ebb and flow of the CutBuddyAgreement.com, or the CutBuddies.com, rather. And I don't know, man. Like I'm kind of feeling it, but at the same time, I feel terrible. But it seems like a good deal. So to all my people out there that want the Cut Buddy agreement, just let me know. I'm trying to come out with a commercial. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find a buyer, and as soon as I do, like, you guys will be the first. Once again, I'd like to go ahead and apologize in the future and for future episodes like this. But yeah, the cut buddy agreement, and the third episode or third half's coming up.